Welcome to Ask Ann Anything, and we're here with part 3 to our conversation with Cassie Stanley, the director of NID Georgia, a HUD-approved counseling agency. Never buy real estate unless you have a realtor representing you.
Yes.
So we can move past that because you think they got that one?
I hope they got that one in. Representation.
Okay. So you get your representation. How do you find a good realtor?
Well, you can search. You can search through the real estate board to check to see. Of course, I think
that's good.
Word of mouth is good.
So referrals?
Referrals are excellent.
It's the best way.
That's the best way.
Not necessarily online because everybody's going to tell you online that they're Atlanta's best realtor or wherever. But referrals are the best way. But you did mention something else. You can go to the real estate commission and look to see if that realtor has had any disciplinary actions against them. Right. You can also see their licensing.
Yes.
You know, if there's a gap in the licensing. I had a realtor who wanted to align themselves with my company, and it was interesting when I went back to look up their licensing history, and you see where they're active and then they're not active for a year, then they're active and they're not. What's going? They're switching from different brokerages. What's
I like consistency. I don't like. That's just like when you're looking at a person's employment, and they're not. Okay.
A consistency.
No consistency. And then a person with some experience. Let's talk about that.
You gonna sell me a home and you ain't bought one yourself? Okay, all right. Okay, well, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
Now wait a minute. Now I'm not. That's not a judgment, but I think that experience is key.
It is.
And you need to ask them. And again, you can tell this by going on the Real Estate Commission website to see how many years of experience. I'm gonna tell you another thing you can do. How many houses have you sold?
Exactly.
Because you can actually Google an agent's name, and Georgia MLS will show you the houses they've sold.
Yes. And then, of course, now with the new agents, they just want to write a contract for you. That's why you need somebody with some experience.
Okay. So how about this one?
What?
How do they say that, hand to mouth? I want to know that I'm not dealing with a realtor that her writing a contract and selling my house is going to make the difference about whether she can pay her rent or mortgage.
Exactly.
Because, at the end of the day, for a long time, realtors had a bad rap. They really did.
I know
for a long
they
time.
did.
As salespeople pushing, but if a realtor is trying to push you towards a property or make you feel like you need to move more quickly. Now I realize we're going to talk about today's market and how it affects, your relationship with your realtor, but you shouldn't be pressured.
No.
Into getting a home. If your piece is not there, they're taking you into a community and your piece is not there.
Right. And then they're telling you, you can do this with this floor plan. This will work for you, but you know that it doesn't, just so they can get a sale. And then you're miserable after because you were so desperate to own a property.
What about this? What about a real estate agent? A licensed agent versus a realtor. You know that once we wind up having, everybody now, as a result of the pandemic, is wanting to buy a home. They're realizing, so we have there's a great demand for home ownership. And I wind up looking at some of the stats, and they were saying we have the highest percentage of new agents than we've ever had.
I was telling you that. They're desperate.
And they see it as easy money.
It's easy money.
You need someone with experience who even knows how to navigate those waters.
Yes.
That can make a big difference. And I tell people all the time, I've got little tricks of the trade, things that I do that I have developed over the course of years. I'm not going to sit at the show and tell you because I'm not trying to share all of that with everybody, because you have to find out what is going to work with you and how you can better help your clients to win a bidding war. We now need a realtor who knows how to navigate that market. So, it boils down to, how do you find one? So can I run off a couple of things that you look for? One of the things is when you call them, do they call you back? Are they accessible?
Mm-hmm.
You know, very important. How much experience do they have? Are they a licensed real estate agent or are they a realtor? And there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
An agent has a piece of paper that says they can go out and sell a home, but a realtor is held to a higher level.
Yes.
We have a code of ethics
that
that we must abide by. We have more education, the education that we take in order to even be at the level that we are. And then too, you have a third party, you have a real estate broker.
Yes.
And a lot of times people don't even understand the difference between an agent and a broker. But again, that speaks to experience.
Yes.
Every licensed agent must work for a real estate broker.
Yes.
And you have to have a certain number of years, 3 years as a agent before you can even become a broker.
Yes.
A broker is just someone who has their own company. So why is that important? Because a lot of times when you're trying to negotiate some things, a broker has more leeway. They are the ones who
they can make a decision.
Make the decisions. The agents cannot.
No, they cannot.
So, you know, there's a lot of things that we need to look at. And, you know, if you go to foundationsempowerment.org, our website, there is information there how to select a good realtor. Do you have a peace with that realtor? You know, not everybody can take me or you or
exactly.
Mary.
And that's what I was about to say. This is like, do you have peace with this person? Just like with your lender. Do you have peace with this lender? Do you have a communication with this lender? Do you really know that they're going to be for your best? And I say that all the times with the agents. If you don't have peace with them, that's not the person for you.
Exactly.
That is not the person to represent you. And if you don't have peace with your lender, that you can pick up the phone and call them, because there's not a stupid question when you don't understand.
Exactly.
You're about to get in debt for 30 years. So if you have to ask this lender the same question 5 times or longer, they need to be able to respond to you until you understand.
And because we're talking about realtors, likewise.
Exactly.
Because see, when my clients, you know, and I'm pretty sure you do, but I kind of talk with mine.
Yes.
They know they can call me for anything.
That's right.
And even if it's about the loan, if it's about the home inspector or whatever it's about. But when you call a lender and you're given information and you don't understand it, and you ask the questions, but you still don't understand
it.
And then you call me as your realtor, I don't know, then something's wrong. Again, it speaks to experience. Because you want a realtor who's knowledgeable.
That's right.
And who understands all aspects of the home buying process.
To be able to say that you can direct them to say, I don't think this is a good deal. And when you talk about that, and I know we're going to talk about the difference in qualifying and being pre-approved and qualifying before you decide you want to go look at a property. I know you're going to cover that part.
Okay. Or else you could just say.
Well, okay.
Okay, well, we're going to get to the nitty-gritty now. Okay, go ahead.
So, Ann, you know, they have all these advertisements out that we can get your house. You call XYZ, Lena, and they say, oh, well, give me your name and your estimated income and blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, we can get you pre-qualified for XYZ dollars. Hadn't collected any documents. They're basically going on what you're saying. And then if you have an inexperienced real estate agent that puts you in their car and drive you around or tell you to take a virtual tour and you're not pre-approved, as a real estate professional, you want to know that that lender did that with your client.
You know, so many of them, oh, you know, I found this house. Can you take me to go see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do we have a pre-approval?
Yes.
You know, we have a lot of looky-loos out there that we call them in the industry. They just want to go see houses, and they expect us to take them around to see houses.
All those houses.
To see all those houses, but yet there is no pre-approval or even a pre-qualification, nothing. So it's important that when you are going to or looking for a realtor, that you have at least, and I want to qualify this because I said something in a previous session, you want to at least know that that person is pre-approved or pre-qualified. But here's the thing. What comes first, the lender or the realtor? And see, I have a mindset. I don't know what yours is. But when clients want representation from me, I'd rather them come to me first and I send them to the lender.
Oh, I do too. I do too.
But a lot of people have already gone to the lender first. And in some cases, the lender may try to talk to you about using a particular realtor.
That's right.
Or else you might feel a commitment to that lender. And I want to send you to talk with another lender.
Somebody that you can work with and that you know has been vetted and very qualified.
Has the experience.
And has the experience.
Again, bottom line is just make sure you have a realtor. So if you have this realtor, you've kind of done a vetting process. There's a lot of questions. How do you start working with this realtor? How is it if you find out that they're qualified for $300,000, but yet they're sending, well, let's back up. New day. Are you sending them leads? Because I have a lot of people who call me and they're bothered. Well, they're not sending me houses to look at.
Well, and now with technology, the buyers are telling you the properties that's available. And some of them is just for referral purposes. You go online and you see these properties and they call you, they say, oh, can I go look at this property? Well, it's for a lead purpose most of the times.
And I think most of them are for that and what we're talking about are these various websites that have listings.
Yes.
So let's say we have these properties that have listings and a client goes on to see the listings. There's usually going to be a picture up there if you want more information to contact this agent. What buyers need to know is that agent is there trying to represent them.
Exactly.
And that's important.
That's very important.
Very important. They paid money.
That's right.
To that listing company.
That's right.
To have their picture on that website. They are trying to get a lead. Many people have financial questions and they don't know where to get answers. Now you do. We want to be your resource by providing you with educational information in a way you can easily understand from people you can trust. I invite you to send your questions to Ann at askannanything.com. Your questions form the basis of our show. Additionally, we offer live Zoom educational classes on home buying and credit that you will want to take advantage of. Remember, home buying starts with planning. For more information or to register for our course, go to askann.com. Now, if you enjoyed today's show, please click like and submit. I look forward to seeing you next time.